Hey Chuck, how's practice today?
Everything was great. Biggest thing is we bounce back from a bad loss and just come back and just stay hungry. That was the biggest thing for us this week.
Yeah, this is the first time you guys have had to bounce back from a loss this season. What has it taken the last kind of day and a half to get refocused? What's that process been like?
The biggest thing is just understanding where we went wrong, understanding the things that we need to accomplish, understanding how big this game is, understanding what we've been through and what got us to this point, and going back to those things, going back to the basics, and just striving and just trying to make sure that we do everything that we can do to achieve what we want to this week.
What were those things that went wrong? What stuff you identified on film?
Y'all pretty much know. Y'all called it bad tackling, bad communication, lack of focus, just those type of things that we just got to recalibrate and get back together.
How do you kind of recalibrate that? How do you address it this week?
Just doing me, trying to lead by example. Just make sure that I'm not a focal point, that I'm an individual that's going down because of this. Just make sure I try and strive for greatness and just try and show the other people that look up to me. We still got this. We still have a great opportunity. We still got something to fight for. Let's keep going.
Chuck, in a strange way, does a loss like that help you guys?
Yes, because it shows us that we're not unstoppable. We can't be stopped, and it shows us that when we do deviate from those things that got us where we're supposed to be at, the results can be kind of traumatizing. So yes, I agree.
Coach Traylor talked about the line of scrimmage being an issue in that game, and he said it was the first time that for 4 quarters you guys kind of got beaten up front. Was there anything that was different about that compared to other games, or things you guys can address to not have that happen again?
They had a good offensive line. They had a good offensive line. They had a good scheme. They came out and played. That's really it. We just didn't. We weren't ourselves like we should have been.
What would it mean to you guys to be able to compete in this conference championship game? What does that mean for the program and for you individually?
It's our first time. It's that right there. That's something that we've never done. That's something that we're bringing to this city. We're bringing to the future generations to come. We're going to show everybody that we are a team to reckon with. We are a team that can come out and do the things that we can do, as long as we let the triangle travel. That's what we've been saying since day one. Just let the triangle travel, and as long as we do that, I feel like everything else will be fine.
You've talked a few times about years down the line when I come back here, what the new leaders are going to be like and how the program's going to be at that point. How does the conference championship kind of add to that legacy? What would it do to put a stamp on this season?
It just shows it's legacy. The biggest thing is with legacy though, you build off of it. You don't never want to sit back and be like, oh, this is the best years of UTSA football. I want to come back and see even bigger things when I come back down the road. But you have to always set a foundation first before you can build on it. So, the biggest thing, I just want us to be able to achieve the day-to-days, do what we're supposed to do, listen to our coaches, listen to Coach Traylor, do the things that got us to this point. And, as long as we go out and fight our fight, win, lose, or draw, we're happy with the results.
Hey Chuck, what's the current mood in the locker room right now?
Everybody's hungry. Everybody understands, like I said, we're not bulletproof. We're not unbeatable. We're not unstoppable. We can be beaten. And if we deviate from what got us to where we are, we can be beaten. So the biggest thing is with us, the leaders on our team are going to allow for a bad morale, a bad anything like that. The coaches won't allow for that. And, everybody came out. We were extremely focused today. We were extremely excited, extremely, happy with the way practice went. And the biggest thing is just keep building off of it these next couple of days.
Since the loss to you guys, Western Kentucky has kind of been on a roll. They've beaten everybody by 2 touchdowns. When you look at them again, is there anything you see that's different compared to the first matchup?
Not in particularly. They're a great offense. The scheme is the scheme is extremely hard to run, and they run it really good, and it's hard to defend it for all 4 quarters. So the biggest thing is I knew that they were I knew we were probably gonna have to face them again, because I knew that they were a good team. They were a really good team, and I think it's a great matchup doing it again for the conference championship.
It's interesting because they run such a different offense from many of the other teams you face. Do you feel like it's an advantage to have already kind of seen it and gone against it once, or how does that play into this?
I mean, at the end of the day, whether we see it or not, again, but they run the same thing they ran before. They run a totally different offense against us again. I mean, the biggest thing only thing that we can really do is stop it. That's all we can do. Go out, play our game, strike, fit, run to the ball, communicate, have fun. That's all we can really do.
They do a lot of stuff at the line, it seems like, on their offense. How much do you think the crowd can come into a factor for you guys in this game?
We're striving to have a big crowd. The biggest thing, when the crowd gets loud, it's hard to communicate, and offense, and especially with that offense, it's hard for them to communicate if it's that loud. I don't think they've played in a dome yet, so I'm pretty sure that would take a little adjusting to do, and hopefully we can use that to our advantage.
They obviously moved the ball on you pretty well in the first matchup. Do you guys draw from that as motivation, or is that something that gives you a little extra edge, getting a chance to face them again?
Most definitely, just being able to see the same team twice, and being able to see, let's see if you could do it twice. I mean, they're looking at us like, let's see if we could beat them twice, and we're looking to see if they can move the ball on us again like they did. The biggest thing is just go and we just matching up again like we did.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it.
For sure.